Listen.
Yeah, let's say something very important. We are all pretty much wounded, but I'm not going to let this be a big negative session. Not here to we are not here to mourn a death. We are here to celebrate a life that was given to us. Okay. Welcome to yet another episode of the Nerdgasm podcast.
And I've made a comment on TikTok. We are sober, but I'm telling you, man.
And you can find me on My Speak Geek Media. Hashtag Recast the Chala campaign.
Except Jack had to find someone from Africa. He's so plain.
Okay, I'm tebellokhala. Welcome to Nerdgasm. What is up, you guys? Welcome to an episode of the Geek Spot. It's rather a somber one, but we are going to try and be as positive as possible. With our wonder.
Oh no. Kami, come on, dog. Reception. Kami.
And calls today. Just among us.
Okay, we need to collect the 7 Dragon Balls to resurrect the Willow's connection. Anybody?
Hey, man, last time I checked, someone already used them, so they're scattered all over.
All right. Well, while Develo is glitching, I'll just take us in. So everybody, as Develo said, he's still a bit glitchy right now, so he'll come in a little bit later. Also, just a heads up, I might have to jump onto my phone because I'm in load shedding. But anyway, yeah, we're here to talk about the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who all of our childhoods. That's crazy. Because I think I'm the youngest here, but I have some of the same memories you guys have, which is crazy if you think about it.
7 o'clock.
Hi, am I back?
Yes, you are.
Yeah,
you
you're
are.
back.
We wish you back with the Dragon Balls, my guy.
Thank you. Anyway.
Yeah. So I mean, as I was saying, for me, I didn't get the afternoon slots. Not originally. Like, that happened much later for me, but I used to wake up in the morning, about like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, because that's when they used to play a lot of reruns of Dragon Ball. And that's how I watched the Saiyan saga and the Namek saga. It was around the Cell saga when I started getting the afternoon slots.
Which country were you in?
No, I was in South Africa, but I don't know. At the time, they just weren't playing it at 4 o'clock. So my cousin and me, we used to wake up. Yeah, my cousin, we used to wake up like 4 or 5 a.m., and that's when they were playing it.
During the week?
I didn't know that.
During the weekends. It was during the weekends.
On Saturdays, they would play at 6, I think.
Yeah, there we go. Like the 5, 6 o'clock. That's how I caught it. Sometimes it was at 4 though as well.
Cool.
I don't know.
Maybe it was a marathon then.
I didn't know
might
that.
have been
That's,
because we used to catch multiple episodes at a time. So we'd see three, like we'd see like about at a time or something like that.
okay.
Before we go into the real meat of the matter, we still need to do our obligatory news network. Hey, has everybody introduced themselves before when I went off?
No, we didn't.
Sorry, no, we didn't. We just jumped into it. My bad. Hey, you shouldn't let me introduce my guy.
All right, then. I was saying Zuko should introduce because he's the most indecently dressed among us. He's showing his decolletage.
I am not indecently dressed. I am showing shoulders.
And your decolletage. I can see your decolletage.
In Pretoria right now, it is so hot. Like, the only reason I am not in darkness right now is because you guys need to see me. If you guys didn't need to see me, the lights would be off right now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zuko, Umtanagamlambo, aka Cortezi on all my shows. If you wanna find me on social media, you'll find me as Cortezi, KORTEZZEE. That's how you find me. I am not indecent
That
dressed.
also says Dragon
You
Ball.
cannot see my nipples, so therefore I am.
Yes, I
decent.
can. We
No, you
can
can't see
actually.
my nipples.
I literally can see them.
Oh Lord.
Ah!
Not my
Okay.
monetization. Bye.
You know?
Guys, I'm not doing this on purpose. I am extremely hot. It is like Pretoria. It is near Kimberley hot. And if you know Kimberley is that place that gets to like 35, 40 degrees on a Tuesday for no good reason. And this is how Pretoria is feeling right now. So I am not being asperous. I'm not being on purpose. I'm not being whatever. It is just really hot, and I need the light so that you guys can see.
We lost monetization a long time ago. It's fine. Yeah, Mr. Extrodin.
The problem is I can only see my shoulders, so I can't see that you guys can see. Okay, I'm covering up. I'm being decent.
What's up, everybody? This is Mr. Extrodin. I don't want to lie to you guys. This is not my the best day for me. I think Tebello more than anybody knows how much this man means to me, Akira Toriyama. I probably speak about this man every week. But apart from that, I have the flu. So I don't know. BuckMeister hid my sense of beans. I don't know where he put them, but hopefully I'll recover. Clearly Zuko had the wrong sense of beans because he's showing his nipples. But yeah, we just hope to be in good spirits. Legend has won. But yeah, we will continue to do what we normally do. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell icon so that you can get notified of any KC Media related.
Hey man, tell them about the channels.
Yes. So you are on KC Media. There are two big shows here. There's the Geek Spot, and there is Nerdgasm, which is the one that you're watching now. We also have BuckMeister's shows and his YouTube channels. There's Meister Geek Media, where you can get Geek Heresy and interviews with independent comic book artists. And then there is BuckMeister.
Master Cool Reacts.
Yes.
I was going to do it, but thank you.
BuckMeister Cool Reacts, where he reacts to hot, trendy stuff that's geek related, whether it's an animated series or a film or something that tickles his fancy, something that we would normally like if you're a geek or someone that's into popular culture. So yeah.
And he also has Black Panther versus Kang on Webtoons.
on Webtoons. He's a busy man. And then you can check me out on Mr. Extrodin Things or Mr. Extrodin Universe, where I talk about films. I dissect films with Rob Sibeko, and then we also have Africa is Next, where we were discussing Bleach. But we're gonna be doing Naruto soon. So yeah, just check out those channels and let us know your thoughts. Awesome.
You gave me the Dragon Ball Z intro. I didn't even need to intro myself. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, Goku was standing up to Nappa. BuckMeister Cool has a reaction channel.
Will BuckMeister put out a tune? Will BuckMeister react? Will BuckMeister put out a T'Challa, a recast T'Challa? Find out next time on Nerdgasm.
Guys. Well, I don't know. Tebello, you there? I think he's still having connection issues. There he is.
He just got back.
Yeah. We did the intro.
Another intimate spot.
Oh Lord, you're literally like Piccolo with your backup plans.
No, I'm Freezer. I've got multiple transformations. This isn't my final forms.
Hello, I guess, guys. Let's get into this.
Let's get into this. We are here. Let me start
Yeah,
off by
I'm sorry.
saying something.
You take us in. Take us in.
Yeah, let's say something very important. We are all pretty much wounded, but I'm not going to let this be a big negative session. We are not here to We are not here to mourn a death. We are here to celebrate a life that was given to us. Okay. So
Yeah.
it's like I always tell my friends I want to have like an Irish funeral when if I should go and somebody's still cognizant to tell people what I wish. I want it to be a celebration, and I want us to celebrate that which was given us today, because it was a gift. It was a gift, and it wasn't eternal. And it sucks, and we are wounded, but we will recover, and it's up to us now. So we are here to celebrate the life of one Akira Toriyama, who a person who's inspired each and every one of us here in one way or another. Greatly, not by no means. I think somebody in a certain other channel, they said every neurodivergent black person in this country knew Akira Toriyama and what he meant to us. So we are in acknowledgement of something of the life that was given to us, and we are in awe and in wonderment of what has transpired and the things that is created that shall live on through us for generations to come. So that's the ethos of the message of the recording today, okay? And I think it's gonna come up before all the other works. So I'm gonna literally after this, we're working on this, and I'm gonna submit this because it's important for people to know the message here is to celebrate the life given to us. But before that, cue the Ditabat's anime. Crunchyroll's Anime Award has concluded the weekend, and the recordings and the winnings are quite surprising. Find out in the next moment of Ditabatsa Anime. Welcome today. Welcome today. It is your anchor tebellokhala. There are 1,110 One Piece chapters out, and this is your Ditabatsa Anime. Crunchyroll went all out this year. I don't care what you say. When you've got Megan Thee Stallion dressed up as a JoJo character to host your awards, trust me, you are not.
But she's been cosplaying though for years, eh?
But I'm saying just think about life for us 10 years ago, and then think about it now, where we've got people like Megan Thee Stallion going to anime awards dressed up. It's one thing to love something. It's
like Megan Thee Stallion being at the awards. Do you understand that we couldn't even have Tepo from District 6 rapping anime? Not even 5 years ago. Never mind 10 years ago. Yes, Tepo could have been watching anime and he would have been vibing with it. But there was such a negative connotation towards it that Tepo, the rapper from Mabopane, wouldn't even rap it, even though he was the homie who was hooking you up with anime. But right now at the Crunchyroll Awards, we have Megan the freaking Stallion, probably currently top 5 biggest artist in the world right now.
Yes.
That is freaking big. We are having Michael B. Jordan rapping anime. We are having football players rapping anime. We are having Adres Adesanya. He literally goes into his matches and he does jitsus. Before me has got there was a time we were looked upon as the weird kids.
Am I buffering now? Is it me?
Now we just regular.
I think it's
Zuko, you're buffering. It's your nakedness.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Elon Musk is seeing your nakedness and is trying to. Like, as a Pretoria boy that's more gorgeous than I am.
I will suffer the heat for you guys because I will not be the cause that we are.
No, not for me. I'm enjoying this.
He's a married man. You sit down. Where's the hose pipe?
Oh my! Where's Mr. Kennedy?
We're talking about one Asian man today. Let's not bring up George Takei now.
How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah. I guess that was. I saw that floating around. That was a big deal. I mean, Usher also did a Gojo cosplay. So yeah, I think now it's just becoming the thing where it's more prevalent than it is before. I think it's just we're the weird kids, but it's okay to be weird now. We're just in an era where it's okay to be weird.
Yeah.
I think before it was not.
I think the thing I like about it is not to be cool or to be weird. It's just an is thing. It's not I'm doing it because I'm releasing an album or I'm releasing a movie and I want to appeal to the masses or whatever, or I want to appeal to the crowd of the movie. It's just is, it just is. It's not forced.
We smell it, so we smell. We have Sharingan. We've got crazy dojutsus. We've got Byakugan. We'd see right through any of those genjutsus that they would be trying to cast. There's no way.
And what I like about Megan,
don't you think that Asher needs to watch JoJo Bizarre, because I think JoJo Bizarre will inspire the fuck out of Asher. And if Prince was alive, Prince would be inspired the fuck out of JoJo, because Prince.
I think Prince inspired JoJo. Honestly,
I'm pretty sure it's the other way around
here. Yeah, no lie, because Prince was a straight dude who dressed LGTV, but it wasn't like Prince was that dude. You didn't know what was happening, but you were like, "That's that dude." I don't know what's happening. I don't know.
Yeah, apparently he could dunk.
Awesome.
Apparently he could dunk in high heels, and you could take your girlfriend while in high heels.
And play all at the same time, dog, with heels
If
on.
there's one thing about Prince is the guy who coined the term metrosexual, because nobody could identify him. It's like, Mara, he is beyond our gator, this one.
Prince was that guy. The uncles would be like, Prince Hasso. But Prince will show up with the hottest woman that you've ever seen in your life, and you'll be like, what's going on?
And then and you will live with your girl at the same event.
Dressed in a vampire outfit with like French frills and things, like
at a gala event.
And Prince smash her brains out.
All right, we tangenting. So just to get back to it, Crunchyroll awards.
I just wanted to mention about Megan Thee Stallion.
The only reason I'm bringing this up is because my battery is about to die, so I need to start making plans. So yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'll say to highlight, Megan Thee Stallion is a true, authentic fan. I mean, if you remember earlier this year, there was the big beef between her and Nicki Minaj.
Oh yeah.
And when Nicki Minaj was going through all the crazy shit on the social media, her response was to show a single picture with a typical flower that every anime and Japanese nerd knows it means impending doom. So all I know is like, that girl.
Yeah, she's been in
it was the blood flower from Tokyo Ghoul.
You see what I'm talking about?
Because I remember a few years ago, she actually made a comment about sub or dub, what she prefers between the two. Like, this was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So she's been.
She's been in the anime game, and unfortunately, she's also run into the anime wall. She's a woman, therefore she needs to be questioned about everything you do. Like, can you just like
I don't know.
even
Everybody, but I think everybody at some stage does run into that because, like, even I had this thing online where it's like, oh, you didn't watch this, you didn't watch that, and it's just like, no, I'm saying anime nerds in general, we get there's something that happens where we feel like, there's something that happens like
but
because we got beat up in high school. Now we have to fight. No, I'm saying because
yeah,
people
we
got
have to
beat up in
prove our
high school. I
geekiness.
mean, I did. But I'm saying, like, I did get beat up in high school, so I know. But I'm saying, because people got beat up in high school, now it's like, you can't like this thing because I had to take fists to the face. I had to get rejected by this girl I liked. And it's like, bro, you 35. Relax. Yeah.
Come on.
That's also the thing. There's also
It's especially worse
what
with
I've
girls.
realized.
Especially worse with women. I can see that, definitely.
What I've seen though is that anime women are more questioned than anime men.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you find BuckMeister and like what anime you like? Oh, you haven't watched this. You haven't like? Are you really an anime lady? Could have literally watched all your so-called prerequisites, and you still be like doubting. Are you really into anime? Are you really into it? I think
Which
that's
is funny. You know what's the funniest thing about this? Growing up with all you hetero geeks, one of the major complaints you all think is like, when will I find an anime chick? Where would I find a girl, comic girl?
That's what makes it so weird. That's what makes it so weird, bro. Like, imagine, like,
the first thing you said.
I'm gonna speak about myself currently. My woman gives zero fucks about anime. But however, when I tell her that I'm watching anime, she'll be like, "Hey yo, do your thing, enjoy yourself." Like I'm not gonna get stressed out. Like, oh no, she really poppies. Oh my god, like I'm not gonna get that type of comment. She'll be like, "Oh, you're watching anime? Okay, enjoy." Do you want me to make you something to eat while you're watching? Do you know, like that's been one of my
You must convert her to the dark side.
Like, and here's the thing, she's not even into anime.
Yeah.
However, she allows me to be into anime, which is a beautiful thing because it's fine you not being into something, but you now belittling it just because for whatever reasons. That's where the issue. So that's why
for me, my line.
That's why I feel the Megan Thee Stallion thing is big because one, she's literally, I mean, take away Rihanna, Taylor Swift. I know I'm missing Beyonce.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you better mention Beyonce, otherwise you're in trouble.
I forgot Beyonce. I love Beyonce. I literally bump Beyonce for no good reason. Like Video Phone is my get me in a good mood song. I'm missing one more. It's
Adele.
Beyonce.
I don't know.
Not Adele.
Nicki Minaj.
Okay, but Adele as well. But like, take away those. But like, who else? Oh, Cardi B. That's
okay.
No. In terms of bigness, this is in terms of bigness. Who else is bigger than Megan Thee Stallion? Besides those people I've mentioned.
No, correct me. Megan Thee Stallion was the one with the WAP, right?
The what?
What was that?
Well, that was her and Cardi B. So.
On that Worship and Praise song.
Megan Thee Stallion was WAP.
She was twerking with She-Hulk.
No. That song is called Praise and Worship and Praise.
Oh.
Of course.
Well, as a member of the straight community, I worship and praise.
Yes. Get a bucket and that mop for that worship and praise.
Oh, I need a mop. Oh, okay.
Sorry. I'm not sure.
Anyway,
okay, let's get back to Toriyama. We are diverting.
Quickly, I just want to write
anime. We are diverting.
All right.
And I need to join on my phone because I'm out.
No, I just wanted
I'm
to
out of
ask you
battery on my
whether
computer.
you had something else to say regarding the Devil's anime.
Yes, I've got the 2024 grand winners.
Oh, I think I know. I think I know who won, but yeah, you can say it.
All right, the winners for Anime of the Year: Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Best Original Anime. What the hell is this?
I disagree with that. I think Jujutsu Kaisen, maybe the first 6 episodes, yes, but apart from that, as it goes further than that, nah.
Okay,
Like
Best Original Anime.
the backstory arc was good, but everything else, nah.
Best Original Anime is Buddy Daddies. I have no idea what it's about. Might give it a look later.
Your
Because the
side,
drawing looks.
BuckMeister, you need to rotate your video. Yeah.
Oh, whose side is? Oh, let me check.
Ooh.
Oh, wait.
Trying to make it fit to screen.
Or zoom in if you can.
No, fit to screen would be the best because zoom in will just make another thing.
Keep doing your thing, gents. Wait, where's the fit?
Okay. While he's busy getting his affairs in order, I'll just continue reading out the list of the winners. Best character design, Jujutsu Kaisen. For I don't know if these are the characters or the artists. Sayada Koiso and Tadashi Hiramatsu. Best animation. Best animation goes to Demon Slayer. Kimetsu no Yaiba, whatever that means.
Demon Slayer.
Best new series, Chainsaw Man.
Oh.
Best cinematography, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Best
Guys,
art
I'm not winning on
direction.
this video, hey? How does it
We
look
can
on your
see.
side?
I can see you. It's just that you're seeing a whole lot of forehead.
Don't stress.
Yeah, we can see you. Just
And then you're gone.
move a little bit. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Try to do the fit to screen. Do fit to screen.
Yeah, I
You
don't know
can't
where
find
that
it.
option is, Chief.
Just okay. Kind of on your phone, eh? So it's not the same.
That is the problem. That is the
That
problem.
is the problem. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm back. Best art direction goes to Demon Slayer. Best slice of life goes to Boki the Rock. I was about to say Boki
Bucky the what?
Boki the Rock.
The Rock says, I got an
You know?
MFA.
I was about to say that. If
Please
you
to smack us
smell what Bucky is cooking. Yeah, we're gonna get cancelled if the Bucky fans see us talking like this. Guys, we're just commenting on the name. We're not hating on the thing. We haven't seen it yet. Okay. Best continuing series, surprising no one on planet Earth. One Piece.
There is no other series that's continuing like that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It surprises no one on Earth. Best opening sequence, where Jujutsu Kaisen, where our blue is. I don't know what that means. Well,
It's probably you know most animes have like the first 6 episodes will have this opening and then the next 6 will have that opening. So it's probably one of the openings.
Yeah.
Once again, best ending
how's
sequence.
that?
Jujutsu. Let's see.
Yeah, that's fine, bro.
Yeah, perfect.
I think you were better off with the background of the drapes and stuff than the
Hey,
box.
dog. Oh. Whatever.
We see
Well, we
the
are
drapes
recording
all
anyway.
right,
It's
right?
it's fine. It's already too late. What else are we going to do?
It's load shedding, Chief.
Yeah, let us.
ESCOM
okay,
doesn't
so,
want me to be great.
you know, best ending sequence once again. Jujutsu Kaisen with Akari. Best score, Attack on Titan, obviously. Best film, Suzume. Best anime song, Idol. Interesting.
You are my idol. Is that the one?
You know it?
No.
Or
What to say? Like, you know what?
I thought it was the
It's from-
Jujutsu Kaisen one, but it's not.
No, it's from Oshinoko. Did someone send me a message?
I think it's Zuko.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just showing BuckMeister how he looks.
Oh, okay. Best director is of Shota Go Shozono from Jujutsu Kaisen. Best main character, surprising no one at all, Monkey D. Luffy. Best supporting character, Satoru Gojo. Is anyone surprised?
Gojo is the main character.
No, yeah, he's the one, man.
No, because they keep making people fight 2-on-1 in that series. It needs to get some old classic shonen stuff going on where it's Itadori. Like, I know Itadori gets 1-on-1 fights, but he needs to get, like, the main guys. Like, at the end of it, they must just put him versus Sukuna for 20 minutes. I know people will complain, but otherwise, there's no chance for him to be the main character.
At all, dog. At all. Because the Black Flash is not doing
Have you
anything.
noticed that also, like, everyone is like, everyone's got a jitsu. He's just got 1-2, 1-2, left, right, uppercut.
No, you know what? For me, you know what be hilarious, right? Like, I've been playing with this idea in my head, and if Gege doesn't do it, I'm gonna do it in no, I'll do it anyway. Who cares? But like, I would love for Itadori to be like the domain expansion, hands jutsu, hands jujutsu, and it's just him in a room, and all he does is he just throws lefts and rights, and you can't go anywhere. Like, that's just his domain expansion. Is he just beats you up? I would laugh.
No, but it would be legit. Also, probably in his domain expansion, then he'll have more Black Flash, so he can throw Black Flash. Like, maybe his domain would be like unlimited Black Flash.
That would be so. That would be amazing.
Flash is not as great as it was hyped up to be. You know what I mean? It doesn't even have the same.
But Mr. Extrodin, dog, if that was like everybody's got this fancy, I have infinity, I have everything. Imagine Itadori just pulls up to Sukuna and he's like, domain. This is the symbol for it. Domain expansion.
My hands.
And then
These
all
hands.
you see for 5 minutes is just pop, 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 pop. Everybody's got this fancy domain slashing. All he does is he just hits you Black Flash style, like straight beat
Rated
down.
E
It would be so
for
funny.
everyone.
It would be. I mean, that's the same thing he did when is it not who died again in season 2, and then he was beating them.
Oh, Mahito.
He was beating Mahito because Mahito killed Nobara, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying like that would just be
Wow.
hilarious.
Thanks for the
dog.
spoiler.
Oh, sorry. I thought you watched it. Oh, sorry, bro.
I tried to. I got distracted by House of Ninja.
Well, we don't know if she's
I'm
dead.
actually distracted by everything but
Gege hasn't
Jujutsu Kaisen.
confirmed. We don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm literally distracted by everything. I think I've watched like the first 4 episodes of Jujutsu, like first 4 or 6 episodes, and then I've been distracted by everything else but Jujutsu Kaisen.
All right, moving on. Must protect at all cost character, surprising once again. Anya Forager, from Spy Family, who's surprised. Best action, Jujutsu Kaisen. I dispute that horrifically, but still, go ahead, fam.
Who would you put instead of that?
Okay, but then again, this year.
It was not that. Like I said, from episode 7 was not that great. There are moments that are good, but some moments were just not that great.
Yeah.
Remember, this is when the stuff. Remember, the stuff quit, right?
Besides Jujutsu Kaisen, in terms of action, who would you say like these guys deserve it?
No, I'm trying to think about.
Because you can't say
I
like.
guess we gotta
you can't
keep it pushing
disagree with
because I have
Jujutsu
limited light
not have an
here.
alternative.
Guys, yeah, let's move on because we'll argue until the cows come home. Best comedy, Spy X Family. Best drama, Attack on Titan for the final season. Who's surprised? Best Fantasy, Demon Slayer. Best Romance, Horimiya, The Missing Pieces. Huh. It's good. Ooh, okay, some couples there look kinda. Anyway, I'll save it for later. Japanese, our best voice actor performance from Japan goes to Jujutsu Kaisen for Mr. Yuichi Nakamura. Best voiceover in English goes to Chainsaw Man, Ryan Cott Levi. Best voice actor performance in French, Jujutsu Kaisen, is it Marshall Minot? If I mispronounce it, guys, don't worry. We beat you in rugby.
They're still crying. No, they're still crying.
Fireball Jutsu.
I kid you not, guys. Like the Irish a week ago, because Ireland was playing against France, they were like, "This is the final that the world wanted to see." Well, how about you win a quarterfinal? Never mind the semi-final. Just win a quarterfinal. Maybe, just maybe, you will get the final you want.
Hey, both Zuko and Tebello. Cartoon.
Nah, I'm sorry. Are you talking shit? How you talk shit when you can't get in? How you gonna make fun of the club? You can't even get in.
Okay. Zuko, we are seeing your nipples again.
This video is gonna go viral. I'm telling you.
Okay, can I get a t-shirt? I'm gonna get a
Too
t-shirt.
late. Like we're already like
We're already like 30 minutes into the video, dog.
it's too late. Like they saw everything.
Guys, I'm sorry, I'm hot. Yo, guys, get see something. Guys, it is so hot. Oh my soul. Like
I'm failing myself because it's hot. It's not because Zico's shirtless. Just
no, like, Victoria's hot, guys. Like Victoria's hot. Like it is. What's the temperature today?
just 35.
Like,
Okay, now we're tangenting into the temperature, Chief. Is there anyone else on the list?
Best voice actor. I don't know what Castilian means, but best voice actor in Castilian also goes to Chainsaw Man to Mr. Joel Gomez Jimenez. Forgive me. Best voice actor performance in Spanish goes to Chainsaw Man, Emilio Trevino. Best voice performance in Italian goes to Chainsaw Man, Moses Singh. And best voice actor in Portuguese goes to Jujutsu Kaisen, Leo Rabello. Best voice actor in German goes to Chainsaw Man, Francisca Tronte. And best voice actor in Arabic goes to Dr. Stone, to Mr. Talib Al-Ferai. No, sorry, I'm breaking it. It's RFI. Yeah! Dyslexia for the win!
The only 3 things that I mentioned here, apart from Chainsaw Massacre and JJK, is Spy X Family, One Piece.
Dr. Stone.
Oh, Attack on Titan. Oh, I think it's 5. Attack on Titan, Dr. Stone, and what's the other one that you mentioned just now? Demon Slayer.
And Dr. Stone literally won nothing else except for that.
One here was One Piece
and Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen, Attack on Titan. I'm missing one more.
Guys,
the other one that was winning apart from Jujutsu Kaisen, what was it again?
Demon Slayer. Is there anything else that won besides those 5?
Nope.
How am I gonna get this light? This light is dying.
Anyway,
this kind of feels like Oscar, like the popular things won. However, I cannot dispute them because I've been so overworked. I haven't really watched enough to say. I literally don't have an argument to say like, no, anime X deserved this over this, anime B deserved this, anime Z deserved this, because I just haven't watched enough. this year for the last year. So I literally
Well, I personally never care about the awards.
look. All I'm saying is I can't dispute anything. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I can't dispute anything because I haven't watched it. I have been. This is probably my worst watch season because I probably watched like 4 things this whole.
Wouldn't
So
it
I
be
can't
cool if one day we had our
like
own award ceremony for these things?
like that's my point. Like even if we were to have our own award ceremony, probably like 90%, 80% of the things that are nominated, I probably wouldn't have watched because I just haven't got to them yet.
True. Anyway, I think that concludes the anime, Disawasa anime. Let's now move. All right, let's move on to the crux of of today's Nerdgasm podcast, which is to honor the life that has been provided for us in the form of this man here, this man right here, Mr. Akira Toriyama. I'd like to think we should go on a circle to talk about what this man actually meant to us, what his work actually meant to us. So, should we start from youngest to oldest, or should we just go around in a circle?
I would like to start because
You're the oldest.
I no, okay, that too, but also I have a goldfish memory, so I'll probably forget what I wanted to say.
All right.
Okay, so to emphasize the impact that this man had, I will take you back to 2006.
Okay.
I am in my first year of varsity. I am in Durban. I am living at Res. I do not have a TV. And we would run to catch the 3:30 bus. No, the 4:30 bus. So that we could get right there in time. And then we would literally get off the bus, run to the TV room, watch Dragon Ball Z. I kid you not, the TV room would have like 80, 100 people sitting or standing watching Dragon Ball Z. And as soon as the voiceover goes, next time on Dragon Ball Z, as soon as the theme song comes on, the TV room would dissipate and there'd literally be like 3 people left. And the reason there were 3 people left is because we were just waiting for the final theme song. That is how big of an impact DBZ had. You had men in their 30s in varsity doing masters, doing the other one I forgot, besides before PhD, I forgot, it's masters and something, running to the TV room to watch Dragon Ball Z. That's how big of an impact this thing had. We were watching Dragon Ball Z. I watched Dragon Ball Z personally from high school. And it was just one of the things that I was one of those kids who was forever in the street. I would come home, eat, take off my uniform, and not be home. I'd be gone. I would come back at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whenever the lights came on, because that's when you needed to be home. Otherwise,
Otherwise, you get a Dragon Ball Z episode.
My G, like, and it came to a point where it was a system, because remember Dragon Ball Z, I remember before there was a point in time it was at 4:30, and then it became at 5 o'clock. And then when it was at 5 o'clock, it clashed with Days of Our Lives, which started at 5:15. So you needed to go to your homie's friend whose mom didn't watch Days of Our Lives, or whose mom wasn't home at that time to watch Days of Our Lives, so that you could catch Dragon Ball Z at 5 o'clock. Because when Dragon Ball Z was at because there was a point in time Dragon Ball Z was at 4:30. And I think it moved when Pokemon became at 4:30, and then Dragon Ball Z became at 5:30. If my memory serves me correctly.
Pokemon was and then Dragon Ball Z was at 4:30.
Yeah, but there was a point in time Dragon Ball Z moved to 5 o'clock.
Yeah, but that was not the Pokemon era.
Okay. But something moved Dragon Ball Z from 4:30 to 5 o'clock. I knew Dragon Ball Z from 4:30. So I never had stress watching Dragon Ball Z because it didn't
stress.
Because it didn't mess with Days of Our Lives, it didn't mess with Bold and the Beautiful. Power Rangers was my biggest stress because it messed with Days of Our Lives, because it started at 5 and at 5:15 Days of Our Lives started. That was my biggest frustration in life. Dragon Ball Z wasn't. However, when it moved to 5, I still had a place to go watch it. So, in conclusion, Dragon Ball Z was so big in my life. And this is before I knew the difference between anime, cartoons, T-pop, dub, sub, everything. You would be in the street playing patch ball, patch cricket, chilling with the homies. However, when 4:30 hit, or 5 o'clock hit, when it moved to 5 o'clock, you were running to your crib because you needed to catch Dragon Ball Z. The streets, if kids were the measure of crime, between 4:30 and 5:30, depending on obviously when it moved and when it was at 4:30 and when it was 5. And that was the emptiest time on the street.
What it doesn't just kids. It literally adults.
No. Yeah. No. I'm talking from my perspective.
I just remember, like, if you weren't a doctor, if you're not a nurse or a doctor, or a police officer,
you can add on to it, but I'm talking about from my perspective. Like, when I got home from school, the first thing I did, take off my uniform. Second thing I did was eat. Third thing I did was leave the house and go play. Fourth thing I did was come back to watch Dragon Ball Z. It was that important because the next day at school, the only topic was Dragon Ball Z. Did you see what Vegeta did? Did you see what Goku did? Did you see what Krillin did? Did you see how Frieza came through? Did you see how Tien? Because this was when the squad was still squatting. They were weak, but they were strong enough to put up numbers. It wasn't just Vegeta's gonna put it up and Goku's gonna finish it. This was when
I'm remembering.
Numbers.
It's so funny. I'm just remembering when Mr. Extrodin was like, the Saiyan Saga must have been like the pain arc for a lot of Dragon Ball fans. Because they were just seeing all the people that they grew up with that were fighting for real. Now they're just getting bodied left and right. It's like, yo, Tien! Tien, my guy!
That was
they were getting bodied, bro. They were getting bodied. This is like, oh my guys. Also, when Goku went Super Saiyan for the first time, school was not the same. I kid you not. Like, homies did not care that they failed maths. Homie did not care that they failed English.
I just wanted to add
they
to
did
that.
not
Sorry.
see go Super Saiyan for the first time.
I sorry to interrupt. I just want to add some context to that. When Goku was Super Saiyan for the first time back in 2002, it was 2003, nah?
Yeah.
Somewhere there.
When it was during literally it was the end of the year. It was right there in the period when the final exams were taking place. So it was at a time where parents, teachers, and everyone was trying to convince kids, "What? It's mobile. I don't care about the Popeyes how leading." But hey, that day the whole nation lost control of our kids. It's like, what?
Nah, no, like that day when Goku went Super Saiyan for the first time, when Vegeta died, we were like, yo, Vegeta, Batum,
When Krillin died, we just knew.
Remember, Krillin died, ne? And then Vegeta died. He put him with the laser beam type thing. Yes. And then Vegeta basically foretold it. He's like, he will be what I was supposed to be. And then, because I am the Prince of the Saiyans, I was supposed to be the Super Saiyan. However, Goku will supersede me, and he will become the Super Saiyan. And he said this to Frieza, and Frieza didn't like Super Saiyan, go flush yourself, man.
Well, what was it? You see, he's a legend.
Goku, and then, remember, I think remember Vegeta died first, and then and then when Goku came, remember, while Vegeta was dying, Goku came.
No, and then Vegeta was beaten to a pulp.
Yeah, he wasn't dead.
And then Vegeta couldn't shut up, and then Frieza was like, you know what? Silence.
Yeah. And then Krillin died, which is what pushed Goku to become now a Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
and then Vegeta. Oh yes, you're right. You're right. Vegeta was basically he was the voiceover artist for that thing. For that, and oh my soul, like you would swear homies won the lotto. The way we were going on about it at school, bruh. Like the way we were going on, you would swear
they were drawing him on the blackboards.
Extrodin o tshwere lo o betshile ka 100,000 tanga yo go tlhaloganye. Like it was that crazy. Like Goku going Super Saiyan was the equivalent of your homie winning the lotto and putting you on. That's how crazy it was. And
like, imagine if Twitter existed. Imagine if Twitter existed.
At that time.
Twitter existed at the
time. Twitter would have shut down.
The servers would have crashed.
Down. Like, we literally wouldn't have been able to log on to Twitter for like an hour or two because it couldn't handle the traffic that was happening.
I promise you, I think SABC2 at that time, especially that specific episode where Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan for the first time, I don't think SABC2 had gotten those numbers at 4:30 ever in the history of SABC2. Never. Ever.
There was no Generations episode, there was no Q-Base 28, there was nothing.
Because it was not prime time.
Dab didn't do that. Generations didn't do that.
And do you know how I
Backstage didn't do that. There were no numbers that and also remember when, let's say, Goku goes Super Saiyan on Tuesday, the numbers on Wednesday were even crazier because now we were like, yo, Goku is Super Saiyan Ntanga. Goku is Super Saiyan.
It's the way that build up and the payoff what came through in that episode is like the moment Goku teleported in front of Frieza, grabbed his arm and started crushing that arm. It's like, who?
No, dude, you knew Frieza was in trouble when you were like, when you just hear, I won't let you get away with this? Yo,
Let you
guys, for me, right? For me, when I saw this episode, I could have sworn outside I saw lightning in the sky. I didn't even know what was
I know
happening.
that weather was really shady that day, dog.
Like I saw wind and trees blowing. I was like, dog, what is happening? Me and my
Actually
cousin, we
had
looked at each other like, dog, his hair is changing. His hair is changing, my guy. Is this what Vegeta was talking about? Because the thing is, when Vegeta kept talking about the Super Saiyan, we didn't see nothing. We didn't see, like, okay, now we
it's
just saw,
supposed
okay,
to be
Goku
gold.
strong. We just know Goku strong. No, we didn't know it was gold, nothing. We just saw, okay,
Yeah.
Goku strong. He says he's the Super Saiyan. We seen Kaioken. Maybe that's what the Super Saiyan is. Then niggas' head changes, and everybody, like dog, we couldn't, but like, we just sat there for like 5-10 minutes. Like, dog,
Mm,
did you just see what happened?
mm. You know what gets me going? About Mr. What kills me? I was listening to somebody talking about his life history and how close this man was to giving up. It's so many times.
Actually, for my turn, I wanted to say quite a number of things. Actually, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
Continue. I
No, no,
want.
no. It's your turn. Continue.
Okay, so just a
I'll
bit
go
of
last.
trivia because before I give my personal thing. So okay, Toriyama basically he worked for an ad agency at a point before he actually went into manga. Obviously, he found that a bit boring at a point. Then he ventured into manga, but he struggled for a while because he couldn't really find his thing. He would do one shots. I mean, one of them would he had a one shot including characters like 3CPO from Star Wars and having Astro Boy, like Osamu Tezuka's Astro Boy. He got rejected so many times from Shonen Jump that he felt like quitting, but he got his big break when he did Dr. Slump. Dr. Slump became huge, and then his next big project was Dragon Ball Z, based on the Journey of the West with Sun Wukong. Basically, it was a retelling of that story. Started as a comedy, and then as it went by, became all serious, especially with the martial arts tournaments. Inspired by Jackie Chan films, he would play Jackie Chan films in the background while he's doing his work. He used to doodle a lot, so much so that the editor would come in, find the kids playing with some of the drawings that he's made. The editor would make sure to take up some of these things.
BuckMeister, what are you pulling with your face?
Nothing.
Some of the kids will
It's the light.
like they would play
I
around.
saw you.
I'm transforming into the third form of Frieza.
Um, and fun fact, when Ted Kubo went through the same thing, when Ted Kubo was getting rejected and when Zombie Powder was not performing the way he thought it would, Toriyama actually sent Ted Kubo a letter. And that's when, after reading that letter, he came up with Bleach. So, Akira Toriyama for me, obviously, when I was a kid, there was this kid who was wearing a backpack of Dragon Ball GT, funny enough, characters. And I really like those character designs, but I have no idea what those people were until 2002 when this thing aired on Tube. And I got hooked from the beginning. Before that, I was a huge fan of Pokemon. But Dragon Ball Z, what really got to me was the storyline. You have the main character who dies within like the first 5 episodes. But for some reason, we're still watching this thing because the story is that captivating. We're following this man in the afterlife, going on something called Snake Way. We hope he makes it. He actually makes it. We hope he actually gets the training that he wants.
Hey, Snake
He
Way
gets
used to
the training-
stress us out. Yo.
he gets the training that he wants. We hope that he makes it back in time while his friends are getting washed. Imagine you're watching his friends die. At the same time, you're hoping that the one who's dead comes back to life to save the world. It is crazy to think about such a concept.
Yo, you screaming for Goku like your name is Krillin. Like, hey, my G, where are you, dog? You ain't dying on
But for me, it changed my world. It changed my world forever. I also used to like coming back from school. I mean, to school. I used to like going to school in the mornings to talk about Dragon Ball Z every single day. Yes, my marks started tanking because of it, because actually I was the best in class. But second quarter going forward, my marks dropped completely because the only thing I was thinking about was Dragon Ball Z, right?
Nah,
Um,
nah.
Hey, Goku Extrodin.
and my art actually improved exponentially so because because I taught myself Akira Toriyama's art style, right? Myself, like it took me 2 years because at the time there was no Google, there was no internet, there was nothing, you know. Couldn't even afford to print any stuff from the internet at the time. There were hardly internet cafes in 2002. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, like from 2003 to 2004, and 2004 to 2005, I taught myself how to draw Dragon Ball Z characters by just looking at the screen every day at 4:30, memorizing those characters, right? And then making sure that I draw them after the show. Like I said, it took me 2 years. That self-study thing made me such a better artist than I could have ever been. So I owe my art improvement to Akira Toriyama's art style. I still say to this day, there is no anime character, or there are no anime characters that have detailed ears like the ears of Akira Toriyama. There's no inner ear that looks like Akira
Yeah,
Toriyama's ear in any
true,
anime. There's no
true.
inner ear that looks like Akira Toriyama's inner ear. Also, he made sure that his style was so unique that you can recognize this style anywhere. It doesn't look like anything like you've ever seen because most of the time people would, yes, they would have like big eyes, but his eyes are like half circles, especially when like with characters like Goku. You know what I mean? So
Well, I
and
mean, because
also
his style changed. If you
yes,
look
it
at
became
Dragon Ball Z, he started making a lot of things angular, but like
yes,
it was still like no one can do this.
no,
Like nobody else can actually like. There's nobody that like Tite Kubo's style is amazing, right? But
mm.
I've seen other shows
I've seen
that
it
look like that.
before.
I've
Yeah.
never seen anything that looks like Akira style ever.
Yes. So even if yes, you're right, these stuff did become angular, but the eyes were still for Goku specifically, or the Sun family. The eyes were still like your half circle, half oval type of eyes, and also he had a thing of drawing cheeks. Like you could actually see cheeks underneath the eyes. Nobody did that. Nobody does that to this day. If you look behind Zuko's wallpaper and look at underneath Goku's eyes, look at those lines that show the cheeks. Nobody does that to this day. You know, so there's certain things that you would realize about Akira Toriyama's art style that was unique. And it's still to even the way he drew like dragons and animals and dinosaurs and stuff. Nobody does it like that. Like if you look at another dragon on any other anime, it doesn't look like Shenron. You know what I mean? So
Or Porunga, because Porunga was an amazing design as well.
100%. So I personally owe my way of writing stories, the way I do character designs, and the way I think about integrate like backstories and stuff to Akira Toriyama. For me, he is the man that I studied for decades. I've studied this man for decades. I remember he is actually the reason why I started doing serious research. You guys like saying that I like trivia and stuff. It started here. Started because I used to study this man. Like I used to study him like no one's business. You know, and through him I started knowing your Masashi Kishimoto's and Tite Kubo's and Osamu Tezuka's and Tsugumi Oba's and all these Katsuhiro Otomo and all these guys that I'm mentioning started from this man. So for me, it's really a sad day. It really got me off guard and it messed up my day, but like they were not saying, man, it's a celebration of life for me. I think the other thing that I can mention is this man. He actually designed the car. People don't know this. He designed the car, a car. It was actually manufactured and everything. You know, I think it's at a museum. I think it's at a museum at this point, but it's like a car that he drew and then it got manufactured and everything. Also, he was heavily involved in some of the games that came out later on, including like your Chrono Trigger and I think it was what Dragon Quest um, or Blue Dragon or something like that. So yeah, man, this man for me is yeah, he's way up there with some of the people that I look up to, like your Walt Disney and Osamu Tezuka, and yeah. So for me, that's my my take on it and my experience on it. Help me get to me. Had he not been like if Dragon Ball Z didn't exist, I don't know what I would have done with my life for the most part because I was an introvert. I preferred being alone. I preferred being in my room, and that's how I used to deal with a lot of teenage issues that came along the way, drawing Dragon Ball Z character. And I have one of my main stories, my main manga, that basically originated from a Dragon Ball Z concept that we had back in the day. So yeah, that's my take on it.
Beautiful words. Beautiful words. Thank you. Mr. BuckMeister, are you ready for your? I feel like you're in an AA group right now. You're having a therapy session, don't you think? It feels like it. Like, hi, I'm so and I'm an Akira Toriyama fanatic. Anyway, this is how we
Yeah.
feel.
I mean, look, I know. I hope this doesn't happen, but I know somebody's gonna pull up our video of Dragon Ball Daima or whatever.
Let
So
them.
yeah. But the whole point is, Akira
Let them put it
Toriyama
up.
changed everything. He really did. And maybe towards the end he wasn't as passionate about, or maybe he was as passionate, but he wasn't as passionate about the details that he put into the world. And that's his right as a creator, so whatever. But to talk about the stuff that impacted us, like personally for me, this was my first anime ever. Dragon Ball Z was the first time I had ever been introduced to anything anime.
Can I ask, which one was the first? Was it Pokemon or DBZ that
Z.
came first?
I don't know. For me, Z came first.
TBZ.
Wait, what are you talking about? Are you
was the
talking
first
about
one on SABC2.
broadcast? No,
Oh no,
Pokemon came out first.
it was Pokemon.
Pokemon came.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pokemon came out in '99, and then Dragon Ball Z came out in 2002.
Okay.
Speaking of which, we need to find that legend. Who is this guy that pitched Dragon Ball Z to SABC2? We need to know him. Sure.
He's
Anyway.
right there. He's right there among the legends of the guy who made Otaku magazine, and the original founders of Strike Entertainment. They're like, like the big four.
Like that should be an anime of some sort. It's like one is like one day there were four men, whoever they are. But getting back to Dragon Ball Z, like for me, it set the standard. Like it really like everything I compared it to Dragon Ball Z. Anything that I ever saw in terms of anime, Dragon Ball Z was like, okay, you're not hitting this level of fight scenes. Are you not hitting this level of this? Are you not making me feel this? Like that's how big like Dragon Ball Z was for me. And like as a kid, like it was the one thing that I used to get beat up in school for it, but I didn't even mind. You know what I'm saying?
Elaborate. Why and how did you get beat up in school for liking Dragon Ball Z?
No, it was a thing where you'd be talking about it, then the bully would come in. It's like, oh, you like that kid stuff, huh? You like that kid stuff, and I'm like, dog, they blew up a planet, and then they'd be like, kid stuff, and then they beat me up, and then that would be the end of it.
That is so weird because literally all my whole class we were on the DBZ ish, we were on that Pokemon.
I don't know what happened, but where I was, it was football. Everybody was talking about Cristiano Ronaldo or Ronaldinho or it was that type of thing. So I don't know. For me, where I was,
Ronaldo, and we were talking about Ronaldo. R9, not even Ronaldinho. R9. We were talking about David Beckham, but we still loved Dragon Ball Z. We still loved Pokemon. We still loved
where I was, it was just
we still loved. There was a baseball one, like a Tsubasa one, but baseball. I can't remember the name of it now. So that's why I'm asking, because it doesn't make sense to me because, and when I say it doesn't make sense to me, is because I lived in the hood. I was homies with hood niggas. My homies were hood niggas. And when it was time, we were watching Tsubasa. Tsubasa was Remember Captain Tsubasa? It was called Tsubasa Ozora. And then we were watching. There was a baseball one. I can't remember what it's
What do you
called.
mean Tsubasa was horror?
Tsubasa Ozora. That's his.
Oh, Ozora, yes.
Name.
And
Like Zuko
Wakabayashi,
Mlambo. Tsubasa Ozora.
Wakabayashi
I
can.
just I think to answer your question, Zuko, you're like
Yeah.
you're from the mid level of the millennial group, and Mr. BuckMeister is like at the tail end of the millennial,
Yes.
borderline Gen Z. Gen
Okay.
Z.
Yeah.
So priorities were different at that point because I'm at the age where Dragon Ball Z was prime for everyone,
Was
and then
peak.
he's
Yeah.
slightly afterwards, even though
Yeah.
he saw it first. But his high school experience came after ours, and
Mm.
at that point, people were moving on.
My thoughts exactly. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I think I was in the era
Not
of where
confused.
it's too kiddie. I think I was in the era of where everybody was like, we're grown up, we're teenagers now, we're supposed to be driving cars and we're supposed to be chasing chicks, and I think that's like, it was the height of Mean Girl, and I don't know, all of those movies where, it was about drama and dudes having six packs, and somebody was looking at a Kamehameha, and they were just like, it's just lights and lasers and everything. And I'm there in the corner like, fusion dance. So, and I mean, also I was small in high school, so people find the reason to pick on. I'm still small now, but anyway, people find a reason to whatever. But I was just saying, for me, I didn't mind. Like, it wasn't like a thing where I would stop. It was like there was no amount of times you could beat me up in high school that would make me stop watching Dragon Ball Z. I mean, eventually it got cool, and I did have a period where I was like, tech to all of you, but yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, Dragon Ball Z was like, it literally, like, I don't even know what my world would look like without it. I don't know what, if I never, like, like, sometimes I'll walk around the house and I'll just be like, Kamehameha. That time I'm doing dishes. I don't even know why I'm saying Kamehameha, but I'm doing dishes. So yeah, I think, like, when he was like, anyway, for me, the Dragon Ball Z era, because I had to go back to watch Dragon Ball, and like the flashes of brilliance that were in Dragon Ball already. Like, it just showed you how when he went from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z, it was such a beautiful natural evolution of things. And like, now with the stories that I create and stuff that I look at, I study a lot of his work as well. Like, I'm studying his action scenes. I'm studying how it takes camera shots and everything and all of that stuff, because I know there's a bunch of people who like to downplay the storytelling in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. But what they don't realize is that Akira was brilliant at telling a story through a fight. There's not a lot of people who can do that.
Mm.
Like,
Super.
for example, one of the greatest fights, right? And I think it's underrated, was Jackie Chun versus Tien Shinhan. If you look at it a lot throughout that fight, Akira communicates how old Roshi feels a lot throughout that fight with his movements and everything. But in the beginning, Chan was walking all over Tien because Tien was so impulsive. So it was also showing how the dark side of Tien is in negatively impacting his fighting style. Then you get stuff like when Goku was fighting Jackie Chan, and you get to see that Jackie Chan was making Goku miss things, and he would be fighting with his hands behind his back to show that this is his mastery and everything, and all of that. Like, small things like that, and that carried throughout everything. Even when we get to Goku versus Piccolo, like the first round, when it's still King Piccolo, like, you get to see that King Piccolo, the minute he starts losing composure and everything, he doesn't know how to handle Goku. And then you take it to the Saiyan saga, you get to see Vegeta, the way Vegeta's fighting, the way Goku was disrespectful to Nappa and everything to show Nappa that he was out of his league. And it was a double thing because he was basically, like, Goku was trying to be kind to Nappa. He was like, don't fight me. Just stay down. Don't, you're not, like, it's over. and he had to stand on Nappa's head to show Nappa that, bro, you're outclassed here. Because if it was Vegeta, Vegeta would have put Nappa down and then bragged to his face. But Goku will do something small to let you know, dog. So,
Not even in my league, bro.
so like, yeah, I think the things that Akira Toriyama has like, just with the personal impact, like even Cartoon Network. Like, can we talk about Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon? They all had Dragon Ball Z episodes.
Yes, Cartoon Network did. I don't know about Nickelodeon though.
No, thingy, Fairly Odd Parents. There's a Dragon Ball Z episode.
Z reference here when what's his name? Timmy goes back through the channel hopping episode and he ends up in this universe where there's like a
tournament, and he fights Mickey.
tournament. He fights
and
Mickey.
it looks like the world's martial arts tournament.
Yeah, even I mean with Cartoon Network it was what Gumball did it, Kids Next Door did it.
Bill and Mandy. Direct reference.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Usually it goes the other way. Usually it's American media that was influencing anime and all of that things. It like that was one of the few times it went the other way, if you get what I'm saying. Like, he's one of the few mangaka I know. Maybe Masashi Kishimoto's the other one, maybe, I don't know. But like, he's one where it went the other way.
True.
But you could say that Naruto was so heavily inspired by Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, no, the first time Naruto does a Rasengan, it's a Kamehameha pose.
Dude, his clothes, like orange and blue, come on. Sasuke blue.
No, but I'm saying specifically Rasengan, like the way Masashi said he designed that is he based it off the Kamehameha. That's why the first time Naruto throws it, it looks like a Kamehameha. And there's even like the DLC in Naruto where they dress him up as Goku, and every time he does Rasengan, it's a Kamehameha pose. That was in Ninja Storm.
Makes sense.
I think I don't know.
I think that's and you know, also as kids we were throwing Kamehamehas at each other, and you know, Gohan was always my favorite. And like for me the thing is I caught this when I was a kid. Like I think I was 10, 11, somewhere there. So I felt like Gohan was my character. Like that was me in the show, type of thing. Growing up and watching that character. So I think Akira, it is sad, and I really do hope that this wasn't a result of him working on this thing. I really hope this wasn't a result of the thing, of making us as fans happy cost him his health. I really hope not. And it sucks. It's a rough day for a lot of us Dragon Ball Z fans, but we'll always have Dragon Ball. We'll always have Dragon Ball Z. We'll even have the stuff that we don't like that other people like, and I think that's also a beautiful thing. Like I saw people were hosting watch parties for Dragon Ball Super, so there was something there for everybody. I think that's and that was Akira's strength. Is he knew how to make something that could appeal to multiple people at multiple different points in their lives. And I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah. The world will forever be there's a line back in the 1900s. Okay, back in our time, I guess. I'm the old one now. It was in a newspaper article that said the world of literature is divided into two parts now. The world before J.R.R. Tolkien and the world after J.R.R. Tolkien. And there is no way you can dispute that. And now I would like to say here now is that the world of anime and the world of animation, in fact, the world of entertainment as a whole is divided between a barrier between before Akira Toriyama and after Akira Toriyama. Sure, there were other giants. Astro Boy was huge before him and all these things, but no one, and I mean no one, made such a bigger impact than Dragon Ball Z throughout this entire biosphere. To this day, we could fly. Like I keep joking, I could take a plane, fly to Sweden, land there, take a mic from security and say, I need to make a friend here, so I'm gonna just say a phrase, and if you can finish it, we can be friends. Kamehame. And like, yeah, buddy.
One of the reasons Dragon Ball Z is in the big three.
Yeah.
No. It's the granddaddy of the big three. It's like the big three only exists because of Dragon Ball.
Despite that,
what's the big three? What's the big three?
It's still one of
The
the
big three is Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach. That's the big three.
Okay.
But like Goku is the
that's the granddaddy.
It's still one of the highest selling manga manga properties of all time. And mind you, this came out in the 80s.
There's another line a friend used to say is that
when there wasn't a market for it.
One Piece came out in 97. Naruto came out in 97. This thing came out in 80 something, and it's still one of the highest selling products of all time.
When there wasn't a market, a big as a market for manga, it literally broke the barriers. It is the Jackie Robinson of anime.
Oh, yeah, it is.
And if you don't know Jackie Robinson, he was the first black player to play baseball. So he break the.
And I also like to say, because we did watch different animes. I mean, Captain Tsubasa was there. He was before Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Saber
Rider. Knights of the Zodiac.
Yeah. Zoro.
Yes, Zoro. Hey, we can name them all.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a baseball one. I just can't remember the main character, which is what is like driving me crazy right now.
There was Beyblade as well. I mean, there was a lot of them.
No, Beyblade is after.
I think Beyblade, Metabots, all that is after.
It's after, but no one broke the ceiling, basically.
But still, even after Dragon Ball Z, Beyblade, we loved it, but not as much as we loved Dragon Ball Z.
We also Yugi. We loved Yugi, but it was no Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think we loved anything as much as Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z was like, when you watch like crime shows, and then Law and Order comes on, and then you just lose your mind. Like DBZ is like the Law and Order of anime. Like
I was about to say it was the. I know it'll shock some people, but it was like the Days of Our Lives and the Board of the Beautiful for us kids.
Yeah.
I think it's because I think it was done. I think one of the things, apart from everything that
I feel offended by that comparison. I don't know why.
No. In the sense.
No. Think about this, BuckMeister. It is Dragon Ball Z dropped more than 20 years ago. We are still watching it.
I know.
Days of Our Lives dropped in the 80s. Days of Our Lives is older than me.
In the 60s.
I'm turning 40 this year. Days of Our Lives is older than me. It's still on air.
Dragon Ball Z makes more sense than Days of Our Lives, Chief.
No, but remember, we're talking
I'm talking about the impact.
Yeah.
We're not talking about
I'm just joking.
Which is bigger. We're just talking about as it impacted as hard as that, because Bold and the Beautiful and Days of Our Lives is still going on. And if my memory serves me correctly, between Bold and the Beautiful and Days of Our Lives, one of them is older than me, one of them is like 1 year older than me, and I'm turning 40 this year.
The Bold came out in the 80s, Days of Our Lives came out in the 60s.
Days of Our Lives in the 60s? No, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Days of Our Lives was competing with The Young and the Restless. And Dallas.
Oh, no, then do you understand that they're both older than me? I'm even mistaken. They're both older than me.
Yeah.
I'm turning 40 this year. I'm 39 right now.
That show is that old. They can't call it The Young and the Restless. It's got to be the old and the restful. Like, they got to change the name now.
Man, it's more like the old and the aching, because goddamn, these joints, they don't play.
Anyway, I just wanted to say this, that I think what captivated us about Dragon Ball Z, more than your Beyblade or Pokemon, whatever, and this is something I've been thinking about for eons, is the hyper fighting that we experienced while watching Dragon Ball. There was nothing like it, though.
the action sequences were
Martial
beyond. Even
arts,
though it,
martial arts in the sky.
even though you could say that the fighting sequences were just sped up actions over and over again, it still hit.
I don't like that because I think one, people forget how limited animation was back then. Like just to make a frame, you had to get papers. Like these people were using papers. Now we have technology.
It was 24 frames.
Even then, I bet you, I can still enjoy watching Frieza versus Goku with its repeat action, frame by frame, slow as fights more than I can enjoy a certain anime that has like I wasn't even gonna go fight like
that has won awards.
Yeah, the whole fight between Naruto and Momoshiki, that whole fight with him and Sasuke. Yeah, you can see this is a new age animation and slapped, but I still enjoy Frieza more.
Well, the thing is, we had stakes with Frieza. Like the thing is, the story we were invested with Frieza. We wanted to see Frieza go down. I don't care who Momoshiki is.
Funny enough, like Frieza was not even threatening Earth. This is a planet we never even knew about. Like,
well, it was a planet we didn't know about. It was a legacy we never heard of before. Because the legend of the Super Saiyan, what did it mean to us? We didn't know.
We didn't know.
And it was.
Vegeta was the perfect hype man. If Vegeta ever retired and he wanted to be an announcer,
and then to make things. I was just saying, and then to top it all off, it also involved a villain we've never really got to. We didn't have that much time to go to engage with Frieza. The Frieza arc, comparatively speaking, for the amount of damage happening and the amount of lore put behind it, is a very short slice.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a 5-minute, 20-episode gap. I do get it, but I'm talking about when it comes to the lore. We have a backstory that this man killed. Goku didn't know about this man who wiped out your entire family bloodline. Basically, he didn't know that this guy is the guy who's also responsible for effing up all these things. That's why he never could connect. Like, he's the bad guy. He's evil. Yeah, he knows that intellectually. The only time the mold broke is when he saw his best friend of his entire life get maliciously murdered. And
no, I would argue that it happened before.
Yeah.
Because remember, with this, he also lands when Dende is dead.
Yeah, I get that.
It was not the same.
No, but I'm saying he also has the line where he says, "I'm here to defeat you in the name of the Saiyans and all the Namekians that you have killed." Like, yeah, Goku still. Yeah, I mean, it's not to the point where it's affected him personally, but he definitely recognizes how dangerous Frieza is,
how evil this man is.
And then also, it gets to the point where Goku even throws his pride aside to try the Spirit Bomb.
And also, Frieza was terrifying, guys. Like, we're actually terrified of that guy.
So when he made Vegeta cry, it was like, dog, it's over.
I was like, hey,
guys, I don't think you understand how terrifying Frieza was. His introduction when Gohan felt his power, when Frieza was just passing by.
And everyone like, what the hell is this person?
Aye, guys.
No, my thing is, he was terrifying when he threatened those Namekian babies. He was like, yeah, in his base form, and it's like, and the thing is, Frieza's design is such a subversion because his first form, you would not be scared of that guy in any other anime. If you get what I'm saying.
But I get you.
It was very cute.
Yeah. And then we got to that
probably what makes him so scary, because you see the cuteness and then you see the evil and you're like, what the fuck?
And you were not sure if he was a woman or because the voice and whatever. Hey, dog, Frieza was weird. Dog.
And it was a woman.
Yeah, it was a woman, yes. But also, I think one thing maybe that I didn't mention is Akira said that he designed Frieza based on his the things he used to see in his nightmares.
Okay, that makes it even worse, because like, what nightmares are you seeing that you see Frieza?
That's even got Trunks. I mean, Trunks for me is for me personally, Trunks is one of the coolest anime characters I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's when that's when girls started joining.
Because there was nothing, like the thing is, at that time, remember, this is like the early 2000s, right? Yes, you did have your Tsubasas and whatever, we're playing Tekken and whatever, but Trunks didn't feel like he belonged in that universe. You know, like sometimes how you watch Rock Lee and you're like, ah, my guy, you don't belong here. I felt like that with Trunks. Like, I felt like, dude, you don't belong in this scene. You're too handsome, my guy. You don't even, your art style is a bit different from everybody else. You know what I mean?
Hey
Like,
man,
you don't
his
belong
mama
here.
was Boma.
Yeah.
No,
So
let's also just touch on Dragon Ball. I think we also need to give a lot of credit to Dragon Ball. Like, look, I don't know, people who are watching this, you all have your own, like, the things that allowed you to get into Akira Toriyama. So if we don't touch on Chrono Trigger, that's not a slight to Chrono Trigger. If we don't touch on, like, Dr. Slump, that's not a slight to, like, Dr. Slump. We're just talking about the impacts on the things that had impacted on us. And if you're a Dragon Ball Super fan and we're not talking about Dragon Ball Super, you just have to understand how we consume Dragon Ball Super and how you consume Dragon Ball Super is different. There's definitely a lot more merit to it than I gave to it before. And I'm not just saying that in terms of, the somber day that we're having today, but in terms of what affected us the most, it's these two series. And like Dragon Ball as well, the fact that there was no Super Saiyans,
Yeah.
barely any Kamehamehas, Goku with a tail and he's a kid using the power pole, and I was still invested from episode 1 up until the end.
Yeah.
it shows the enormity of this creator we had, who went through leaps and bounds, hell and earth, rent due, hungry, got laid off. Uh, you know, this man's life story is an embodiment of tenacity for me. It's like when you've got something in you that you can give to the world, despite the world not recognizing it, and you just hold on, and you just need that one person to believe in you. In this case, it was that editor who called him like, you didn't win the contest, but keep sending stuff in, bro. You
Yeah.
are onto something.
Yes.
And it speaks. We are all of us are in the same table. We are all creative in one way or another. We are all being hamstrung by one thing or another in this day and age, and we are fighting tooth and nail to see our dreams live. And we have this. We are fortunate to have an Akira Toriyama as an example of what it means to keep fighting for our dreams.
And do you know when they actually started knowing that this thing is gonna blow up? It was when they introduced Piccolo, not King Piccolo, but Piccolo. Because remember, Piccolo was Akira Toriyama's favorite character. But then when people started getting introduced to Piccolo at that martial arts tournament, that's when him and his editor started believing that, oh, Philip, this thing is actually gonna blow up, and it did.
And I mean, like how we always know the runner-ups of idols and we never know the winners. Same situation. I don't know who won whatever contest Akira Toriyama was in. I know Akira Toriyama. That's it.
Straight up.
My experience with Toriyama's work with Dragon Ball, very familiar to you guys, but I think on a more personal level, I was an only child, so my company for most of my life used to be just me and my drawings. And Dragon Ball Z gave an outlet for me to be able to not be as alone. I don't know if it makes sense.
It does.
It does.
Yeah, life was a lonely journey, and you get used to it, but it didn't make it okay. And I'm only learning now just how not okay it actually was. And then you're also living in a world where I realized, neurospicy as I was, where everybody had expectations and you were consistently being made used to feel like you're not meeting them. You are failing at school, you are failing at paying attention, you are failing at sports. The only thing you had were you and your drawings, and nobody really cared about your drawings back then. And for 30 minutes a day, the incessant droning of negativity would stop because there was Goku. and Goku was fighting it. He needed to go stop Vegeta from taking over Earth. And then there was Gohan, who was slowly learning how to become a martial artist, even though he's still a kid. I resonated a lot more with Gohan than Goku. I won't lie. So that's why my oh shit moment, more than the Goku turning Super Saiyan, was actually Gohan turning Super Saiyan 2.
Oh my god!
That was also hype.
I think that was my first ever Nerdgasm. When the moment he took out those Cell Juniors, I was like, what is this feeling? Am I becoming a man? Will I never be the same again?
Oh god. No, because me and my cousin, we used to play this game. Gents, my power is back, so I want to switch back to the computer. So I'll come back with my story a little bit later.
Okay.
Keep going.
Let me keep telling you my story. So it's also too. I remember there was a sleepover with my friend Masi, and I told you about how War Angel started. It's thanks to Dragon Ball Z. Right. Because we marathoned, because I used to record all these things. I recorded the entire from Nappa versus everyone till Vegeta getting squashed by Gohan. That whole fight I had pre-recorded. The tape is right here in this box, actually. And we marathoned that whole thing with my friend one night. We went to sleep like at goodness knows what time in the morning, and he said, wouldn't it be cool if we were in this universe? And out came my first comic. And people, for the first time, finally recognized, wow, you're actually quite good at this. And some people started giving hints here and there, work on this angle, do that, and it didn't deter me. And it was one of those few times where negative reports, negative words didn't dissuade me from to keep on trying. And I think it was one of those things that remind you that this is what you're meant to be, because other things like Tebello, you can't pass a ball to save your life. You know what? I don't think soccer's for me. Or you keep falling off your bicycle, so I'm not going to learn how to ride a bike. It's okay. Life goes on. Right. This thing with the pencil and me drawing is the one thing that I said, no, I can do this, and I'm gonna keep doing it until I get it right. And I didn't know what hyperfocusing was, but boy, did I hyperfocus on this for my entire high school career. Maths books were filled with quadratic equation equals somebody getting sliced in half with a sensu bean, a Kamehameha. No, not a sensu bean, a destructor disc, getting sliced out with a destructor disc. There's a Kamehameha being shot at someone, and then there's a Tyrannosaurus Rex for some reason.
Yeah, but also that's isn't that how BuckMeister also learned mathematics through the Batarang? So
yeah. I was just saying I wasn't paying attention in class because my mind was solely fixated on na 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 na. How I passed is a miracle. I keep on saying that.
Only God knows.
Yeah, but all I just want to say is I found solidarity in somebody who wrote a story, and I think I told somebody before years ago. It's like Goku is the Superman that we can relate to because he keeps trying and he knows the stakes that are involved, and you feel the stakes with him. Like Goku, you can't allow Frieza to drown your ass. If you die, everyone's dead. Get up.
Yeah.
Gohan. When Android 16 told Gohan to let it go, because there are some people in this world who words alone will never reach. And I understand that you're a gentle soul, Gohan, but for the sake of the world you love, fighting is the only option you've got right now. Those are things we felt.
But you know what I've noticed? The more you're talking about it, the more
guys, I gotta go.
Okay.
It was brilliant hanging with you and sharing the memories with you, but I gotta go. Love your journey. no matter where it started, whether it started in 2000 and something, 99 something, 2020 something, love your journey, embrace your journey. Anime is awesome. And you don't need to have watched Dragon Ball Z to be a blurred.
Yeah.
Enjoy your journey, love your journey. There's literally a guy on Instagram right now called Kev on Stage. He started watching anime literally a month ago, and he's already finished Full Metal Alchemist. He's finished Attack on Titan. He's currently watching.
Doing the ceiling challenge, man. What's happening there?
Hey, dog.
He's currently watching One Piece.
About to drop down. Now my PC is acting up.
Okay.
So enjoy yourself, enjoy it, and no matter where you start, don't let nobody keep you down.
Right.
Cortesy out.
My PC is acting. Oh, are you leaving us, Fire Lord Zuko?
The Fire Lord has to attend to matters of the Fire Nations.
Ding.
Hey son, I missed the whole wise moment because my computer didn't want to.
Hey, you interrupted the wise moment when I was the wise old owl when you interrupted.
Yeah.
General
I was dropping knowledge like I was KRS-One.
Mm-hmm.
I was dropping knowledge like I was
Lord.
Iroh. I dropped knowledge like
Apologies,
Iroh.
Fire Lord.
Anyway,
shout out, man. See you on Tuesday.
Later, guys.
See you guys later.
I was just saying that what I realized about Goku the more you talk is Goku actually never. Okay, yes, he did love being. He did love a challenge, but he always believed in his friends. Like he always believed that his friends could also like defeat these people if they really trained hard enough. Like it's not like he had such a big ego that he wanted to kill every big villain. No, like if Gohan is the stronger one, then Gohan should fight Cell, not me. You know, and I think that's something that we really we don't really consider when we're thinking about Goku. Like his leadership style was impeccable. You joined him, you guys would train. He would out-train you, not deliberately. Like he was just focused. He was just that focused. So if you couldn't keep up with him, that's on you. But if you realize that you could actually defeat someone stronger than him, then he allows you to go and do your thing, and he would encourage you, yo, do your thing. You know?
And like I think what people miss, and I don't know if Akira Toriyama intended this, which I think he did. I think maybe, the Dragon Ball evolution experience soured him. I think maybe on how Western media kind of handled Dragon Ball Z, which, to be fair, if that did happen and he was soured, it happened. But I'm saying if he was soured off of that, can't blame him.
Yeah.
But I think he made a hero, and I think we can't deny that. I just think within his writing and within his own life experiences, he really did make a hero. I think the way Goku handled a lot of problems, for example, right? A perfect example is how Goku was so open to having Gohan and Krillin help him with Vegeta.
Yes.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
As soon as Goku knew he was out of his depth, he didn't have an ego about it. He wasn't like Vegeta. Vegeta, you have to break him in half before he admits that I can't win.
Dude, Vegeta would beat you for interfering in his fight.
Yeah.
Even though you're his friend. You'd be like, dude, man, what are you doing?
That time he's in the wall and he's losing.
Dude, half his hand is broken, but he...
No, literally, there was a scene where Gohan saved his ass. Gohan and Krillin. And the first thing he does is yell at them. What did you do that for? Are you idiots?
Even when he interfered with the Cell thing and he apologizes, I'm sorry, and then Gohan's hand now is messed up. It's what were you doing? I was fighting Cell.
Vegeta, no! Vegeta, yes!
Vegeta, no. Chillax.
Anyway,
I all I wanted to add is like I would, like many people have said before, I would not be the person I am today were it not for Akira Toriyama and Dragon Ball Z. I would not have the friends I have today because yes, like I said, I did have a lonely ass childhood, but I've met friends where we go end up in Menlyn Park at the Top CD land site, playing Earth Special Forces, landing with these people for the first time, sucking horribly, but we're playing I was playing Goku. Oh look, my power level is reached to a point where I can transform. Look at me, I'm a Super Saiyan now. We are going through all the emotions, and I found companionship thanks to this man's work, and I cannot thank him enough. Honestly, I just wanted to say that whatever spirit guides, whatever winds carry your spirit, Mr. Toriyama, thank you from the deepest recesses of my heart. You've inspired me, and you've helped me grow, and you've helped me face the challenges of life and endure the unendurable, because life did become difficult and has become difficult, but we don't give up because Goku doesn't give up. Okay, I'm getting a little emotional now. Let me contain myself.
Thank you for inspiring some of the greatest rap bars and some of the wackest rap bars.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I've heard I'm just saying like Goku.
You know?
Yeah. But also, I think what I would say is, if I was to talk to him directly, if I was having lunch and dinner with him, is, you've been my role model since 2002. I'm still trying to figure you out. Not according to what people say about you, but how I am interpreting you through your work. I'm still trying to figure you out because you are so fascinating to me. I still keep learning stuff about you. But I guess the last thing I would say is, although you might have left us in flesh, I believe that your work will continue to outlive you. And I believe, there's this joke that we like doing that we want to name our kids Goku. So I believe that your work will continue. It will outlive us even.
Someone's gonna do it.
So thank you.
Even as like a middle name, it'll be like Tebello Goku san. Someone's gonna slip it in there.
And also, I would say, if it wasn't for him, Africa is Next, I don't think would have had the foundation that it has, because initially Africa is Next was just us just talking about geeky stuff, but when we started doing the Dragon Ball Z thing,
it became a production.
It became a whole anime review podcast. Like before, we were just talking about nerdy stuff, but after the Dragon Ball Z thing, it became a topical podcast.
And I constantly watch like those videos because they're fun to watch and listen to from time to time. Yeah, Akira's everywhere. Look, even if my series, right, Black Fist, if that takes off, Akira's there. That whole concept, Dragon Ball, the Saiyans, there's a Frieza, that whole thing, he's there.
Yeah.
So, there's nothing that we can't say that hasn't been said. I think the one thing we always have to touch on is that the dude could create a world. Like, there's nothing that looks like Dragon Ball Z. I don't think there's ever going to be anything that looks like Dragon Ball Z. The fact that he managed to mesh robots and dragons and dinosaurs with ki blasts and energies and
cats.
Even like the Ozaru form is a crazy design on its own, and he managed to vary it up in so many different spaces and formats and everything. Yes. From all the video games this thing has spawned to the fact that we can hold our hands up in the sky and everybody will know what that means.
And to think that he would actually use similar moves, but they would have different meanings. If an Namekian is doing this, we know it's a special beam cannon, but when Goku's doing this, we know it's instant transmission. It's the same move, but it has different meanings. You know what I mean? So it's amazing that he can just use the same thing, but Make it have
No,
different.
he even did that in designs, like the shoulder pads. You talked about this.
Yes,
The shoulder pads on the Saiyans, it's Piccolo.
it's Piccolo.
But you don't think Piccolo when you see it.
No,
No, you don't.
you don't.
Mm.
You know, Hercule and Neppa. It's like it's the same actor with contact lenses and an afro, but you're not like, no, this is Neppa pretending to be a coward. No. It's just that's Hercule. It's a different character, you know.
I don't know. Did you guys talk about Cell?
When in the
No,
Dragon
just
Ball
when I was out trying to get back in because my PC was acting up. Did you
Oh,
guys talk about Cell?
You want
No,
to talk about your brother or something, right?
Oh, no. I was just saying for me specifically, like also just more on Akira's designs, because I think people always wonder where the phenomenon for especially people who are non-Dragon Ball fans, they always wonder where it comes from. And I think people just don't understand how amazing Akira Toriyama was at character design.
Yes.
Like every one of Cell's forms is memorable.
Yes.
Like from the bug thing to when he bulked up and to when he became perfect. Every form of it, every moment of that stuff was just memorable.
Yes.
And like, can we talk about some of his dialogue? Like, I know Funimation, maybe they spiced things up in here, but they've kept it more or less the same if I read like some of the manga stuff. The lines this guy was giving Vegeta, and you want to tell me Vegeta was your least favorite character? I'm like, I don't know if I believe you, my guy.
Dude, there's a line that Goku, because before the Tezos that we used to get in the snacks, we used to get the dice. I don't know if you remember, we used to get like these puzzles.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
And they had quotables on them. One of Goku's quotes was, "My spirit is my guide." I mean, how amazing is that, bro? That is an amazing line right there.
But I mean, I'm just talking about how he was telling Cell, like, was this, you witnessed the power that you've never seen in centuries, and, you know, I'm Super Vegeta. How many people were walking around, I'm Super Vegeta?
Hi.
Mm.
No comment. Anyway, I just want to wrap things up with a very important line. In times like this, I remember two of my biggest heroes in literature. One of them is from anime, and the other one. Okay. One of my biggest heroes from literature is Odysseus, or Odysseus, who convinced the Greeks to keep fighting in the Trojan War when Achilles died, because he reminded everybody that if we give up now, everything that we have fought for would be for nothing, that his death would be ultimately meaningless. And the other one would be our friend Shikamaru when he was cheering Naruto up.
You know, he's my guy. Shikamaru's my guy, dog.
When he told Naruto's like, it's time for us to step up now. We can't be brats forever. They entrusted it to us. Not if you want to become cool shinobi. We can't sulk and moan forever. Which may sound insensitive, but it also comes to the point that he lives on within us now. How we live is a testament to how much the story impacted us. That's the only choice we have left. If it truly meant as much as it meant to us, we can't wither and die. We need to live on in his behalf, and we have to be alive to do it.
Yeah.
I hope people realize just how many good men have become men because they followed Goku's example. And how many, if we're going to be naming
how many people got into the gym because of Vegeta?
Yeah.
You know, how many people who learned how it's okay to be a pacifist, but when push comes to shove and you're backed up into a corner, it's okay to be Gohan.
It's going to punch a hole through them.
Or how it's possible to get the baddest baddie like Android 18. Like niggas actually started getting confidence. Like, you know.
Hey, if Krillin could do it,
so can you. And what I liked about Krillin is what I like about 18 and Krillin is that Krillin is the shortest guy. You know, there was a very toxic and self-deprecating mentality that you needed to be a certain height for chicks to be interested in you. And there's 18. The cyborg bear everybody wanted. And who did she choose?
The best friend without a nose.
You know? So, like,
There's not enough that we can say. I think
there's
there's
not
just
enough.
there's just not enough stuff in the world. But I just think, and even through his other works, I just think like what Akira managed to do, not many people get to do in their lifetime. And again, that's not a substitute for his life because 68 is still too early for me personally.
is.
I just
It is.
like if you're looking at 68 and you're thinking that's old, please don't like. But at the same time, there's not a lot of people who get to do this. And like Akira Toriyama, he's up there with like a Shakespeare, or he's up there with like a you know all of these people that you want to name that have changed and impacted like history and pop culture.
If there's one person I wouldn't mind people comparing to like the same impact he had to people like Michael Jackson and them, Akira Toriyama is one of them.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, like without a doubt, he may not have
like how many like there's Dragon Con guys.
Yeah.
Dragon Con.
I remember my friends and we once had this conversation where I think one of them they showed a picture of the Kami house, right? I mean, when you think of Kami house, you think chilled vibes, party, it's all good. And then someone said, Kami's lookout. We're like, whoa, and like it was a whole thing, like it was in a group. We're like, oh, yeah. Kami, yes, Kami. Then we had to explain the different Kamis, how the Kami house versus Kami's lookout, the spellings, the definition.
Hey, people died on Kami's lookout. Kami house, no one died.
Exactly.
No, it's just that Reddit just beat Krillin with a tail, but that's it. You know what I mean?
That's Goku.
But the fact that you have these images in your mind of just like Kami's house and how it makes you feel, or the lookout, how it makes you feel, or how a sensu bean makes you feel, or how Corin's place makes you feel, or how the capsule corp.
How the hyperbolic time chamber, like the design of it is so amazing.
Right. It's amazing, man.
The imagination of this man cannot be.
And like the way he would take something mundane and make it extraordinary.
Yeah.
Like Cell. It's just a cell.
You know?
He took that whole idea, made it a villain. Freezer. It's literally a freezer.
Dude, even his names, like Saiyans were based on vegetables, like radish and carrot and vegetable.
And cabbage. Napa is basically an Asiatic.
I was about to ask. Where did Napa come from?
And like Bulma is just clothes. Bulma is Bluma. Their daughter is Bra. Trunks is Trunks. Your Trunks.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
The Briefs. They're the Briefs family.
Like
the only names that have some sort of significant meaning would be Goku and Gohan.
Gohan is rice.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm saying, like, he took that and he made it a whole character.
You know?
Yeah, dude.
And it didn't stop. There was Ox King and Chi-Chi, and people think that why Chi-Chi...
Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo.
You know?
Oh, that's from the Cinderella song in Disney. He watched that movie. You know that?
Yes.
He took that.
Yes.
And made 3 characters out of it.
Yeah. Later on in Super, he took alcohol and made them into destroyer gods. Whiskey, whiskey and beer, champagne. Champa is champagne. So
crazy.
It shows that for your own creative style does not necessarily need to be overly complicated. You don't have to have a massive diorama to create something impactful.
He made a character called Hit.
Dude, Broly, like...
Broccoli. You know, Broccoli is the one character that... You guys are busy talking about how Vegeta wanted to get you to the gym. Broly was the guy who made me want to go to the gym. And it wasn't the overly so muscular, gigantic giant. It was that slender, right there in the middle. You know, there was the when his hair was black, and then there's the part where his hair becomes a zero. That right there in the middle, like that is the body I want. So.
Man, R.I.P. to a legend.
Yeah, I don't have a. I left my bottle on the other side. I was just saying a toast to the great baobab that has fallen. The world will never be the same again, but it certainly has been made better with your with your work in it. You have our eternal gratitude. Cheers.
Cheers.
We'll see you in other world, man.
We'll see you in other world.
See you on King Kai's planet, bro.
Yeah. You know, a line that broke my heart was somebody once said that. So it was like commented, we need to start the search for the Dragon Balls, and then someone commented, the Dragon Balls turn to stone when the creator dies. And ever since that one hit like a landmine. I was not okay after that.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we all start bursting into tears, let's close this thing out. Thank you for lasting up until this point. We hope you enjoyed our celebrating of this legendary man. Comment below how this man impacted you. If you are seeing this for the first time, we comment on much more lighter and much more funny things, much more raunchier things. Next week, we're going to be review Iwaju, episode 1. I hope you like all that content as well. That
He's
crazy.
doing it again.
Yes!
He's going Super Saiyan.
We saw it.
I know.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power?
It's over 9,000!
9,000? That's impossible.
Anyway, please, like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow these guys on the various pages. They're awesome, they're more knowledgeable than I am. I want to become more viral than herpes, and the only way herpes spreads is through mouth to mouth. So please talk about us. Share us with your friends. Copy the link of this thing. There's a share link option there. Copy that link. Paste it on your WhatsApps and everything so that you can see what's going on. Anyway, we love you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
What's this?
Solar flame. Okay, no. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get editing on this thing right now.